Alrighty, it is Thursday, but I have to go back to Wednesday really quick. So after I recorded audio, I crashed. I woke up at 5. And then because Monica's checks had arrived earlier that day, I taught her how to fill out the rent checks. And then I went back on at 6. I edited 2 audio files. I worked on the pages. And then I got tired and I got off at about 8. I think it was 8 p.m. I tried to wake up at sometime between 12 and 1, but I was just way too tired to actually get out of bed. So I just went back to sleep. I woke up at 5 a.m. I had a really creepy ass dream. I went straight back to working on editing audio. I knocked out 2 more audio files. I finished the artwork for pages 11 and 12, but not page 10. I still had to do that. I kicked Monica out of bed at 6. We ate breakfast. We watched a bunch of random shit on YouTube. I got tired and got off at 7. Crashed. Woke up at 9 a.m. and we decided to hit the Anaheim Plaza to finally get my my shoes. When we arrived, the first place we hit was Ross, and we wandered around. And then we hit TJ Maxx and we wandered around. There wasn't really anything we wanted to get at either store. Got shoes at Walmart, and then we walked all the way to Daiso, and we got a new wallet for Monica. The one thing that we both wanted that we just missed out on were these new floral notebooks at Walmart. I really wanted to get those. They were about $5, but we ended up passing on them. They'd probably be sold out by the time we go back. I got home at 12:22. We ate lunch. Watched Carol and Tuesday. They introduced some singer named Flora. So after that, I finished editing the audio. I really don't know where that Flora storyline is going because they didn't finish it, to be continued. And I really, really hate Angela's B plot of the stalker storyline. I know they're trying to make it seem like it's the new man that she met, but I'm really hoping it's not Tao and it's actually that girl from the last season, the girl who was supposed to be working with her, and that she made her upset because she never resolved things with her. I still feel like she should have resolved something with her, and she didn't. And I think it's gonna be her. I really don't know. I'm hoping it's her. I'm hoping it's not Tao, because if it's Tao, that's gonna be total character assassination for him, because he just seemed like such an impartial person. I don't see him getting attached to Angela. I resumed editing the last 2 audio files. I finished them at 2 p.m. And then I finished and loaded the pages to the locked blog at 2:33. I got off to compress my video. Once I set my video to compress, we hit Northgate to get water again. We also got hot dogs again. And then we got home at 3:50. So now I'm recording audio. This is what I need to do. I technically only have one day, because I want to start chapter 73 on Saturday, so I feel like it makes sense that I only have tomorrow to finish extras, and I wanted to do something for chapter 75 script. I didn't get to do shit for it, so if I don't do something for it tonight, I'll probably do something for it tomorrow, but I really want to do something for it today. The only other thing that happened was that when we got back from Walmart, Monica checked the mail, and my pilot refills finally showed up. So she got her green refill. I got my brown, my orange, and then I got my .38s. Once I opened up the .38s and put them where they needed to be, it frustrated me because there's only 2 of them, and I really should get more of them, honestly, but I only got 2. Other than that, along with the refills was the lead, and so the lead came with 12 units. The box was so tiny, and Monica was telling me that she put the lead in one of her pencils, and it suddenly made her pencil 1,000 times more usable because she was using the cheap breakable Daiso lead. She wanted a stiffer lead, and it just became so brittle and breakable. So she needs to put some of that lead in my Daiso pencil. I kind of want to fill up my oh, what were the names of my 2 other things? I think the other one I have is a zebra pencil. Is that what it was? I have a rotring, and what is this? Yeah, zebra drift light. I'm thinking about filling that with pilot lead and filling my rotring with it too. I just don't know how much lead is in either of these 2 pencils, but I need to check first. So yeah, is there anything else I want to talk about? No, it's only 3. I don't know what I want to do for the rest of the day. I suppose I could try to do some writing. Or maybe I could try to do some Yeah, I could try to do some artwork. I don't know. Because like I have the rest of the day to worry about it. Alrighty then. That's all for today. I will see you in the next one. Alrighty, it is Friday, but I have to go back to Thursday really quick. So after I recorded audio, my video finished compressing. I went back onto my computer to load it, and at the same time I ended up finishing a couple of the easy extras. I got off at 5, ate dinner, rested until 10:30, could not sleep for anything, so I went back on. I resumed coloring. I completed one set of extras, and then I got off at like 12. I'm so happy that some of these extras are finally coming together. All they need is text, and I don't know when I'm going to have time to do that. Most likely during the 2-week break, but I really want to get most of the artwork out of the way. Overnight, I ended up finding out that Danny Chu is planning on finally releasing his head molds blank and by themselves, so that way people can just get whatever heads they want and paint whatever face-ups they want for them. So I'm so on the fence about which heads I want. I have a general idea which ones I like the most. I definitely still want the one that he used for Cherry. I believe it's the Starlight head. Starlight did better than Cherry, so Cherry's discontinued now. I want Cherry, but I'm trying to decide what I'm gonna do with the head once I get it. I know generally the type of face I want it painted for it. I just don't know what to do about body, and that's where my ideas will all just disappear. So yeah, what else happened besides that? Besides NHL releasing the heads, was there anything else that was like big news that came out overnight? Nothing's coming to mind at the moment. Oh wait, yeah, I did. Okay, so I found that AmiAmi.com's eBay store has Makoto Kikuchi's Dolphy Dream for only $600. So I'm strongly debating on getting it, but at the same time, I don't know how long it's going to stay up there. And I really want to get it. I doubt it'll be there next month. It's my only chance to get it as cheap as that. They claim that it's going to be free shipping, but I kind of doubt it. So yeah, I woke up at like 5:30, kicked Monica out of bed at 6. I went back on to resume coloring. I worked a little bit on Flora's profile picture, stopped to eat breakfast. We watched a bit of YouTube, and then we left at 7 a.m. to walk around the Anaheim Town Square Plaza. We found a total of 7 cents. We walked everywhere. And it was only like after, like, I say like 8 o'clock, sometime after 8, that's when more change started to appear. Because, like, certain areas that Monica had swept earlier that morning, suddenly there were some pennies there when we were leaving. So, yeah, we wandered around up until 8 o'clock. We ended up going into Target. We wandered around Target for a bit, and then she bought me new shampoo because like I really don't like the shampoo that I'm using. It's a men's shampoo, and the smell is so it smells so chemically. It doesn't smell like fragranty. So she ended up getting me a 2-in-1 for the brand Suave, and they had one for men and one for women. So she got me the one for women. So yeah, ugh. We ended up leaving after that. I did find a decent amount of bottles and cans. So then we got home at 9. I ended up messing around. I worked on nothing important so far, which frustrates me. Because like I really needed to get something done. But when I tried to write, I had a brain fog. And when I tried to set up pages 1, 2, and 3 of chapter 73... I had a brain fog, and I'm like, I either need to sleep or I need to like do something else for fun until I can feel like I want to do something important. But right now, I just feel like I don't want to do anything, and it makes me mad. So I think I should probably sleep. I don't really know. So far, the only thing I got done was the artwork for Flora's profile. All I need to do is type out Flora's profile and apply it, and I can put her on the official site. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Okay, so Monica slept. As soon as we got home, Monica slept. She slept up until like I think sometime around 11. I didn't really keep track of when she woke up. She made lunch and we watched a bunch of YouTube shit, and then I got off at 1, so now I'm recording. So she already told me she didn't want to take a bath early. We are getting groceries tomorrow, so that's happening. So out of all the things I wanted to do today, I wanted to either do the script or to start new extras. But like I said, I just haven't felt like doing anything. So I think I need to take a nap, and maybe once I feel rested, I can probably try to do something. Other than that, I feel kind of shitty. So yeah, I guess that's virtually it. Alrighty then, that's all for today. I will see you in the next one. Alrighty, it is Saturday, but I have to go back to Friday really quick. So, after I recorded audio, I crashed. I woke up at 3, ate dinner. Monica went to Vaughn's real quick. I worked on brainstorming the We Are and Simon argument. She got home at like 4:40. I went back on at 5. I tried to make some distance with that script. Instead, what I did was I went through all of the brainstorm audio files, just typing out all the notes, including old notes that I typed out already in the past, and I broke it up between all of the scenes that were supposed to happen. I assume that it's like a cross between like 3 to 4 scenes worth of stuff. I stopped for a bit to do a smidge of coloring. I didn't get very far doing the scene thing because I got bored. I stopped at like 6 minutes into a 22-minute audio file, so I have to go back and do that a little bit later. Got tired and got off at 6:33. I wrote a little bit of random shit that had nothing to do with anything. I tried to go to sleep, couldn't sleep, so I went back on at 9:13. I completed another set of illustrations for the extras. I got tired and got off at 10:30. I woke up at 3:30. I managed to get 5 hours of sleep. I started working on pages 1, 2, and 3's drafts. I finished the page 1 draft. And then I installed Blender, and I started trying to watch through some tutorial videos of how it works. So far, the only thing I've learned how to do is move the camera around. That's virtually it. I didn't have time to learn anything else because like I only had like a half an hour left, and I wanted to get off at 5. So yeah, that's just about the time I got off. Monica woke me up at 6:30. We ate breakfast and left for Vaughn's. We bought some food, and then we got back at 8. We ate a light snack, and then we tried to leave for Walmart to get some more food, but Monica's bike tire, the front tire, popped. Like, and it wasn't even at the halfway point. It was still like we were still in the same neighborhood area. So I had to give her my bicycle, and then I had to walk hers back, and it took me like a whole half an hour to get home. I got home at like 9:16. On the way there, I found another penny. So I went back on to work on the drafts. She eventually got home, and she eventually got home, and she got the chicken as well as one of those books that we saw last time we were there. She blew all the change I gave her on it. So that happened. So after that, we went to take a shower, and that's where we are right now. So I'm recording audio. I think this is like the 3rd or 4th audio file. I don't remember already. No, I think it's the 3rd one. So this is what I want to do. I want to start pages 1, 2, and 3 early, or at least I want to like have at least one of those pages done. If I can get page 1 done early, then Monica can work on that for the rest of the day. And then I kind of want to get further through 4, 5, and 6, and so on and so forth, especially because Monica's doing laundry on that day. I don't know. I wonder if I should go with her, because it'll give me a chance to work on something else. If I do, I can line art or whatever. But I also feel sort of like, no, I don't really want to go. What else is there? My right temple has been hurting since yesterday. I think I've been like irritating myself with too much loud music. Is there anything else of significance I can possibly bring up? Trying to think of something. I don't know when I'm gonna get another chance to work on Blender. I need to figure out how to make shapes. So far, I was messing around with the sculpting thing, but I didn't get very far because I feel like I have trouble sculpting directly from a circular figure. I was kind of hoping I could sculpt the way that I've seen other people sculpt by just like using a reference and then making polygons and whatnot, and like I haven't been able to do that so far. So I don't know. I have to figure out how it's gonna work. Is there anything else that's on my mind? Nothing else I can think of. My goal is to, for the first, I don't know, first 10, the first so many tries, I want to attempt to make a bunch of random heads, and like occasionally either come back to them when I feel more confident in the tools, or just keep making heads until I feel confident in the tools. I don't know. One or the other. But I want to be able to sculpt some doll heads. So I just need to take my time trying to figure it out, though. Is there anything else that's on my mind? No, there's really nothing else I can think of. Alrighty then, that's all for today. I will see you in the next one. Alrighty, it is Sunday, but I have to go back to Saturday really quick. So after I recorded audio, we ate lunch. Shortly after we crashed, I woke up at like 12. I got out of bed at 1 p.m. I went back to work on the pages. I scanned, printed, and line art a little bit. I got off at 2:33, ate a light dinner, and then I messed around my planners until like 5:15. I went back on to work on the pages. I completed page 1's line art at 6:20, and I passed out to Monica at 7, assuming that she would get to work on it immediately, but she went straight to bed, which annoyed me. So much for trying to get ahead. I ended up going to sleep too, as I tried to. I went back on at 9. I resumed line arting pages 2 and 3. I finished and scanned page 3 at 9:53. I worked up until 10:35. I had almost all the panels of page 2 ready except for the very last panel at the bottom. I was too tired to continue, so I ended up getting off. I woke up at 2:40. I went back on to finish that one panel, and then I scanned and assembled pages 2 and 3 at about 3:14. I was way too tired to start filling them in with color, so I went to sleep at 3:45. I wanted to go get water in the morning, but I didn't wake up on time, so we ended up just eating breakfast normally instead. We tried to watch that one anime about girls trying to understand their sexuality, and like I'm too asexual for this. That the whole thing would just bore the fuck out of me. None of the topics seemed really interesting, and nothing about it felt endearing. It actually felt really pretentious. So there's nothing that made me want to continue. Yeah. We ended up splitting up at 7. I worked until 8:30. I got tired and crashed. By that point, I had completely filled in both pages, and I shaded the majority of one page, but the other page still needed work. After that, I crashed to make up for all the sleep I missed last night. I had a really weird Token Ranbu dream. I dreamed that the Senua had some type of like evil older brother who their father wouldn't let him inherit the citadel or something like that. I don't know. All I know is that the evil older brother was trying so hard to recruit Namazo, and Namazo had a really cool outfit. That's all I remembered. So yeah. I ended up waking up at 10:50. I went back on to finish shading. I stopped to eat lunch. We watched a bunch of random YouTube videos. We ended up getting off at 11:51 to go hit Northgate and get the water. I got home at like 12:55. I managed to find at least one bottle while we were going and coming. I went back on as soon as we got home. I worked on page 1 and completed it at 2:44. So that's the time right now. I'm tired. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do right now. I don't feel like I have enough energy to like really do anything else. I need to finish pages 2 and 3. I feel like between the two of them, page 3 is really easy. Page 2 is going to take some maneuvering though, because like it's a really weird page with really it's just a really weird page with really weird panels. So I had to figure out how to organize it. Is there anything else that's on my mind that I want to talk about? Not that I can really think of. Nothing that's like, oh my god, this is so important, I have to tell you about it. I feel like I'm running out of things to watch on the internet, which is frustrating. I had a backlog of a few things, but I ended up blowing all that backlog over the weekend instead of saving it for Sunday. I'm a little nervous I'm not going to be able to get ahead with pages 4, 5, and 6, and if I don't, then I'm not going to make myself any time to work on the scripts, which is total bullshit. So I need to at least get ahead of that. Right now I'm just really tired. I really need a break right now. So I'm going to try to make some distance in pages 4, 5, and 6. I believe the next scene is Shasta, Marie, and Simon. And then after that, where we go back to the scene with Byron, Fauna, and Clotilda. So we'll see how that goes. Alrighty then. That's all for today. I will see you in the next one. Alrighty, it is Monday, but I have to go back to Sunday really quick. So after I recorded audio, I rested until 3:30. Monica made a light dinner, and then we read this one book I got from the community room. It's actually 2 books, technically, back to back. And the first book is called Star-Crossed, and it's about a girl reading horoscopes or something like that. They're making it way too much about boys. The most interesting part happened was that her friend read to her horoscope for the first time, and it says she would find money, and she did after school. And that was like the most interesting thing that happened. So after that, or so gradually throughout the story, it's implied that she becomes kind of obsessed with horoscopes. I really like what an ace that she is so far. I hope she stays an ace. She probably won't, though. While she was reading, I was working on the next 3 pages. I completed 2 drafts. I went back on at 4:46. I scanned them, and I finished the last draft, and then I printed them out at like 5:32. I finished the artwork for pages 1, 2, and 3 at 6:30, and then I took a break. We ended up packing up to do the laundry, and then I went back on at 9, and I line arted a little bit through pages 4, 5, and 6. I scanned page 4 at 10:18, page 5 at 10:24, and page 6 at 10:51, and then I got off at 11. I was way too tired to assemble the pages, so I decided to forget about it. I actually had a really hard time going to sleep. We were both awake at like 4:30. I got up at 4:50 and I started packing. We ended up leaving at 5:30. I tried to write at the laundromat, but I just did not get enough sleep, so I was like trying not to fall asleep while I was writing. I'm very unsatisfied with what I wrote too. I need to re-listen to the last audio recording that I did for this so I can know where to go with the conversation. I also need to go back through my notes for what I typed out so I can go back to the conversation. I should have printed it out. I have them on the cartridge, I believe. I don't know. This is the 5th recording, so in the next 2 days I'll most likely be editing audio, and I will be compressing the video by, I'm gonna say, Wednesday. So I hope to get something done for the scripts then, if not sooner. So yeah. We ended up leaving the laundromat at 7. We got back sometime around 7:20, I think. I ate breakfast. I went to work on setting up pages 4, 5, and 6. I passed them up to Monica at 8, and then I finished and loaded pages 1, 2, and 3 at 8:46. I got off immediately, and then I crashed like so badly. Monica joined me at 9. I finally got out of bed at 10:30, and I went back on to work on pages 4, 5, and 6. I ended up shading like a little bit, and then I found out from both the DD forum and my email that the next round of milk skin tone smart doll boys are out, and that frustrated me so badly because like we're not ready to buy it yet, and this is the last round of milk. I don't know if he's ever going to produce them in milk ever again. I really hope that he does, but there's a possible chance that he won't, not until he goes straight through all that cinnamon shit that he made. He's producing so much shit in cinnamon right now. It's just like I don't know how long he's going to be going at this cinnamon crap. But like, it made us upset because we're not ready. We had an argument about it. She wanted to pull the trigger, but I didn't want to because there's so much to do with it. We have to literally go to the bank and put the money in first. And like, Monica's front tire recently popped. We need to replace that. I'm like, if she's going to go and blow money on something, she should go blow money on that. So we had an argument about it. Then we ate lunch, and I feel like even though she's mad that we can't get it, she's not willing to try to convince me to change my mind. And I'm extremely flexible, but I really want her to put up a good argument first. Ugh. And it makes me so mad because she feels like she has no real good argument. So I feel like we're at a standstill. Because like as long as she can prove to me she's as passionate about this as she feels that she is, then I can justify it. But I other than that, I feel like it just feels like a waste of money at the moment. Ugh. So yeah, that's frustrating. So while I was at it, I ended up messing around with some of the accounts. I know I messed around with the account we had for the water bill because like she wants to pay it now. So I ended up putting her account on the water bill website. And I try to do the same thing for AT&T, but like because the AT&T bill is not in, I can't add an extra card to it. There's no like area on the website. It's just like add a card for the fun of it. You know, we actually have to be paying something. I hate it that it's set up like that. It also gave me a hard time when I was trying to like log into it. I don't know what the hell that's about, and it really made us nervous. But I was still able to get in despite the fact that I had to technically reset the password. And the thing said it would take 30 days for it to reset. I have no idea what the hell with that. It said both on the website and on the phone. We were really confused, but I was still able to log in. I really hate AT&T. What else is there? Okay, so I ended up resuming coloring after that. And by 12:40, I managed to complete the shading of 2 pages. I still have 1 page left to do, which is page 4 itself. And I need to do that first. I'm hoping because there's no running around screaming and fighting, and I won't have to add any extra effect, that these 3 pages will be really easy to complete. It's 1 o'clock right now. It should be 1 o'clock. I got off at like 12:46, so it should be 1 o'clock by now. I want to go back on between like 2 and 3. I don't know how much I can get done in that much time. All I know is I'm really tired right now. I mean, I could do something else. I could keep trying to whittle away at that script, but I still feel kind of like exhausted. Other than the pages, there's nothing else I can really think of that I really need to do right now. Alrighty then. That's all for today. I will see you in the next one. Alrighty, it is Tuesday, but I have to go back to Monday really quick. So, sometime around 3, Monica went to go get pizza. They didn't have the kind of pizza that we usually get, the Supreme, so she ended up getting regular and 3 meat. So we ate the 3 meat when she got back at like 3:40. I worked and I only managed to complete 2 pages. As in, I not only did the shading, but I did all the effects too. And like the final page that I was working on, most of the effects were on it except for the bushes, and that was it. I didn't actually shade in the bushes, so I had to go back and do that later, but not at that moment. I ended up getting off at 4, and we hung around waiting for the pizza to be made, and then we ate it. I went back on sometime around like 4:30 so we can watch something on YouTube really quick, but I ended up getting off at 5 immediately because like I wanted the computer to get a longer time to rest. I only had gotten like about 30 minutes worth of rest at that point. So I didn't go back on again until like 6:30, but until then we ended up reading more of that horoscope book about a girl who keeps getting horoscope stuff, and like oh my god, it got so much worse. And like we didn't expect it to, but we also had a feeling we weren't gonna like where it went, because a lot of these books always leave us feeling like that. So this is basically what happened. She ended up getting a recommendation from her math teacher to try out for the treasurer for 7th grade. They go to one of those schools where the 6th grade and the 7th grade are integrated in the same establishment. I thought that was odd, because like when I went to middle school, it was just the 7th grade and the 8th grade. That was it. But she's a 6th grader, and she's in the same block with 7th graders. I thought that was so odd. So I'm like, where's the 8th grade? Is the 8th grade mixed in with high school too? I don't know. They don't ever talk about 8th graders. They only talk about 7th graders. So yeah, that was confusing. So she signed up to run for treasurer, and then her friends keep bugging her about asking out this boy that they chose for her because he's a friend of the guys that they're asking out to this dance that's happening. And she keeps waffling on it because she doesn't really know the guy. All she knows is that he's good looking. And like, the way that they talk about boys, it's so weird. It's just like, why are you treating them like they're cattle? Like, it was so weird. Oh God. Okay, so her first thing that happens to her the following day is that her father's car breaks down, so he has to take her mom, so that she's forced to take the bus. She gets bullied by this guy who's in her math class. It seems like he put his phone number in her phone. She was scared that he was going about sending messages to her friends, but it seems like he just put his phone number in her phone. So after she gets to school, she ends up telling her friend what happened. Her friend tries to push her to go ask the other guy out to the dance, and like, but she also put lipstick on her, and so the guy was distracted by the fact that she had lipstick on her teeth. And I was just like, are you fucking kidding me? So, after that, she gets his phone number and she tries to text him and asking him out. Instead, because she didn't realize that the other guy's phone number was in her phone, she ended up asking him out instead, the other guy, the bully. So that's where we stopped. We officially couldn't we just officially didn't want to finish it because that just felt like such a stupid twist. And like the other guy wasn't really, the bully wasn't really charming, and it kind of upsets me that I feel like every time there's always like a love interest in these stories, he's always like hostile or abusive in some way to her, and like for some reason that's supposed to be attractive, and like I'm like, why can't he just be like a fairly normal person? Some boys are fairly normal people. They don't have to be like overly aggressive or abusive in any way. It makes no sense to me. And like, at least like all the guys I remember were going through high school, it was like there's people who are just happen to be there, and they always seem the most interesting people who are more quiet, and like, but when they do speak, they have like something profound to say. They usually hold back until there's something important for them to say. And like, I feel like there's that kind of guy is really underrepresented in fiction. It's like he's not interesting enough for some people. I also, as an asexual, I really don't like this whole concept of every girl has to be with a guy, and it makes me really angry. It's just like, why can't the guys and girls can also be friends? They don't have to be lovers, So yeah. While she was reading that, I ended up sketching straight through pages 4, 5, and 6. So those got done early. I waited until 6:30 to go on and scan them, and then I printed them out in blue. I ended up line arting and scanning page 7 at 8:08, page 9 at 8:30, and page 8 at 8:54. So I got off at 9 and I went back to sleep. I figured that I would wake up like really early in the morning the next day to set it up, but like I did wake up at 5, but I didn't get out of bed until 5:50. I went back to work setting up the pages. I think I finished 1, and then I kicked Monica out of bed at 6. We ate breakfast and we watched the next episode of Takagi, which was about them doing some type of like exercise test or something like that. They had to do like 3 of them, and one of them I'd never seen before. It was like a grip test or something like that, and like that was interesting. I've never seen anything like that before. We've never done anything like that in school, and if we have, I mean, like it probably was for just one day, and I've never seen it ever again. So yeah. A lot of that stuff was really surprising. They planned to play dodgeball against each other, and then they were getting snacks for a camping trip or something like that. I really hope that the camping trip is the next episode. I hope they don't glaze over it, because Takagi has that habit of hopping, skipping, and jumping through things. So I hope we see that. What else is there? So after we watched that, I went to finish the last page. I passed the page off to Monica sometime around 7, like say 7:12. I don't really remember. And then I finished the last artwork for the last page I hadn't finished. And then I put text on pages 4, 5, and 6, and I put it on. I uploaded it to the Tumblr. Oh yeah, speaking of Tumblr, it was a big thing yesterday. That Tumblr got bought by WordPress. and that all they were going to do with it was make a plugin from Tumblr to WordPress, and that's it. So I don't know what to make of that. I do have a WordPress account, but I don't use it. I've been tempted to, but I haven't felt compelled to write a lot of text, not in a really long time. So I don't know if I want to try to like do that again later when I eventually go back into the doll fandom, or maybe when I go into bullet journaling or whatever, or planning or whatever. I'm not sure which I want to get into more. I feel like I'm not really that into drawing out things for bullet journaling. I get kind of frustrated with having to draw the same shit over and over again, even though that, you know, it's supposed to be different each time. So I think I'm probably more likely gonna get into the whole like planner / like traveler's notebook aspect of it, because I have fucking 3 traveler's notebooks right now. Oh my god. So yeah, most likely I'll get into that. I don't know, but yeah, I think I might actually start like a WordPress and try to keep track of things via that way, either for dolls or for that. I don't know. It's an idea. Because like Weebly also has a blog aspect to it. It's a little anticlimactic, but it does work generally and just like a regular blog. I tried it a few times, but like I said, I had nothing to write, which is why I didn't bother with it. So yeah, I don't know if I wanna do that for via Weebly or whatever. But I do like the way Weebly's like image thing works better, because you can just like size it down to whatever size you want. I haven't tried WordPress long enough to know if I like it or not. I did, like I said, I played with it a little bit, but I got bored with it really easily. So yeah, I can't remember how long ago that was. I think it was like a few years ago. I should look into it again. But I do have a lot of interesting layouts though. So that's what I need to do. Monica's done, so she's planning on going somewhere. She hasn't decided where she wants to go yet, but she feels in the mood to go out. I, on the other hand, I have shit I need to do. I need to do the next 3 pages. So pages 7, 8, and 9. I wanted to work on the script. I tried to work on the script like after her and I split up after I loaded the pages. I tried to work on the script. But I have this problem with the opening sequence of this. Like, I know it's supposed to be in the middle, but how to start the conversation has been kind of confusing. I mean, like, when I first wrote out what I wanted to have Fuir and Simon say to each other back at the laundromat yesterday, I imagined a certain sequence. When I reread it, it didn't sound right, so I wrote it again. That was yesterday. So today I reread the rewrite, and that didn't sound right. And then when I reread the original version, I did, and that sounded better. But when I tried to reread that again, when I wrote it for the 3rd time, it still didn't sound right. So I'm just like, I try to figure out what I want to do with this opening sequence. I know I brainstormed something, but like I still haven't had a chance to listen to it. I assume that when I eventually like unload this phone, because this is the 6th recording for this phone, I'll go on my other phone and unload the audio for that too, so I can figure out what I want to do with it. Other than that, yeah, I have to do this audio. I have to do that. I'm going to do that on top of the pages. So those are the 2 things I have to get done. I have failed to do chapter 75 for like the 2nd week, this or 3rd week. I can't remember, the 2nd or 3rd week I haven't been working on it, and that makes me so angry because I only have like a couple of weeks to turn this thing around, and I wanted to do all the sequences like one right after the other, and like I haven't been able to dedicate any time to it. So when I do the video tomorrow, I absolutely have to work on that script. There's like no ifs, ands, or buts. So I'm thinking about as soon as possible getting through pages 10, 11, and 12 first, so I don't have to worry about that on top of it. Because like I have this tendency to, when I don't finish pages, I have to work on them the following day. So even though I'm supposed to be done with a certain set of pages by like say Wednesday, I end up like getting stuck doing them the next day, which is not good, and it's really, really bad. It stops me from doing anything else. But I also have to be working on extras too. I have a bunch of extras I need to finish line arting. I even drew a couple of extras for certain pictures I forgot to do, like Simon's profile. Yeah, I drew those yesterday, so I'll see if I can get those printed out again so I can refine them. Other than that, is there anything else that's on my mind? Anything else that's concerning me that I want to worry about? I don't know where she's planning on going. I think I already said that. But I do hope that like she doesn't like spend so much money. Is there anything else that's on my mind? No, I guess that's virtually it. Alrighty then. That's all for today. I will see you in the next one.